Hello, my name is Alejandra and I am going to talk about the different types of synovial joints and how to recognize them. Drawing the joint shapes and finding real-life examples is very helpful. First, a plane joint. Think of just drawing two boxes, or you can think two cube-like bones that have a flat surface and can just glide against each other. Then a hitch joint, where you can draw a sort of hook that is around something else. Therefore, since it is a hook, you can only move it in one axis, so in one path of back and forth of the hook. Then a pivot joint. You can draw a sort of cup in a cup holder where, again, it can only move in one direction or one path. But this type of movement is rotating around. Then, the condylar joint. You can draw a seatbelt going into the buckle where when you click your seatbelt in, you can move the end of the seatbelt in the buckle in two directions, or rather two axes, where you can move it side to side in one direction and then move side to side in the perpendicular direction. But you can't rotate the seatbelt itself because it's locked in the buckle. Then, saddle joint. When I always think of a saddle joint, I think of a saddle on a horse because it's the same name. Therefore, you can draw a saddle on a horse and pretend you are riding the horse. You yourself, when you are on the saddle, you can move your legs in one direction, forward and backward on the saddle. Or you can move your legs side to side on the saddle. However, since your legs are locked into the sides of the saddle, you cannot rotate your legs fully around the saddle. Therefore, you can move in two axes of extend, flex, and adduct, abduct, but not rotate. Lastly, ball and socket joint. You can draw a ball in a holder, or you can draw a baseball in a mitt. You can think the ball moves all around in every direction in your mitt, while also being able to rotate the ball. Now I will show you guys real-life home examples of synovial joints, and try to see if you can guess what type of joint it is. Here is a toaster. Now, when I want to make some toast, I move this lever and it makes this type of movement. Therefore, what type of joint do you think it is? If you need more time, you can pause the video before I give you the answer. The type of joint this toaster handle is a plane joint, because the only way it can move is this gliding with the handle moving against the toaster. How about this faucet knob? What type of joint do you think it is as I move the faucet knob to let water come out? The faucet is a type of pivot joint, where the only movement it can do is rotating in one axis and not move anywhere else. Now, using my assistant here, if I move one of Buddy's legs joints as seen, what type of synovial joint do you think his joint resembles? If you guessed hinge joint, you are right, because as you can see, Buddy's joint can only move in one direction, flexing and extending his paw only in one axis. Therefore, Buddy's leg joint resembles a hinge joint. What about this mop handle connected to the mop? As I move this handle around, think about the movement I am creating with the mop. What type of joint do you think that is? This mop resembles a condylar joint because I can move the handle in 2 axes, up and down, side to side, which resembles flex and extend, and abduct and adduct. I can even do circumduction, which I can move it all around. However, as you can see, I cannot rotate the mop handle fully around, representing a condylar joint. Here is a security camera. Without me moving it, can you guess what type of joint it is? If you guessed ball and socket, you got it. As I move the camera around, you can see that the camera can move in all axes and directions and can even rotate around. And if you look closely, you can even see that the camera joint actually looks like a ball and a socket, resembling a ball and socket joint. I hope this helps you in your studying of the synovial joints. Try to see if you can identify more joints just by looking at the things around you. Or if you happen to have a dog that allows you to get up and close and personal with them, try to see what type of synovial joints your dog has. Thank you for watching.